We're Dennis and Liz, digital nomads and full-time travelers, on a mission to eat, see, and RV our way through North America. Over the past 8 months, we've spent our time RVing Mexico, immersing ourselves in the food and culture of this beautiful country. In this week's travel vlog, we explore Valladolid, a small pueblo in the Yucatan, with deep Mayan ties, dozens of cenotes, and a super interesting food scene. Interesting. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, we do it the old school way. No tech is needed for us to level. I actually like using the bubble level. Makes me feel like a man.
We just got to our spot here in Valladolid. It's a super unique campground that is also a bee museum. They actually have native bees here from Valladolid, which is a special type of Mayan bee that they cultivate honey from, and you can actually take free tours as a part of staying here. There's also cabanas. They have a restaurant with like a food truck that sells pizza each night. There's a cave behind us. I don't know if it was a cenote and had water in it. There's hammocks all around, a beautiful pool. There's hot showers, bathroom, a little kitchen area. They have Wi-Fi, and the electricity is super solid. They do have water here, but the only thing they are missing is a dump. So we plan to use the showers and the bathrooms here, do minimal cooking inside the RV, and we can dump when we get to another location if needed. We're planning to spend a whole week here in Valladolid because there's a lot to do. Not only is there a super cute historic downtown, but there's tons of cenotes in the area, as well as 2 ruins. One you've probably heard of, Chichen Itza. So we plan to have this be our base to explore the general area in and around Valladolid. The weather here is also so wonderful. I had to put on a long sleeve because I was getting kind of cold. I don't know if it's the cold front that just came through, but it feels like a fall day. So nice. And because this is such a secure spot, there aren't really a lot of dogs out here that would scare the cats. Seems like a pretty safe location, so we decided to take them out. Buddy? Hi, princess. Princesa. This is part of the reality of being a digital nomad. There's work involved. We have to support this lifestyle somehow. Of course, liking and subscribing to this video definitely helps our channel out and helps us continue on more adventures, but we do work in other ways to earn a living. And since there's so much to do in this area, we're going to be taking advantage of the evenings, late afternoons for work time so that we can make the most of our days. But it's nice, we get to create our own schedule. And right now, my work view is a hammock with a jungle. Definitely not complaining. If you're interested in seeing exactly how we earn our income, how we kind of got started as being digital nomads, we will have a link to an article that I wrote on Medium. It's free for you. If you're not a Medium member, you can still read the article, don't worry. So we'll have a link in the description below. I'm gonna keep working now. What is that? Oh, is that a
shoes?
Hairball throw-up combo?
Yeah. A little bit of cat food, fur ball vom in your shoe in the morning. That's perfect. We're headed to the market.
I love about coming to markets like this is you get a really authentic experience for what shopping here and eating here is like. Not only is there a whole area for the vegetables, but they also have prepared foods. They have all of the meats, fish. It's just such a fun experience. We ended up passing a stall that had something we've never seen before, so of course we asked. They're called volcancitos, and it's going to be maize that they fry, filled with a little bit of fried potato and frijol beans. Like so nice and warm and crispy. I can't wait to try them. Interesting. Not the best street food I've ever had, or market food, but it's good. Something new. You love trying new things.
That was fun. Now I need to try some fruits of my labors. I get paid. So good. I love chicharron. This is so fresh, like it's still warm. And I had a big hunk of meat, the belly meat with it too. Oh my God. Our amigo at the chicharron stall told us we have to come across the way and get some mondongo, which is a beef broth soup that they serve traditionally for breakfast time. I'm sure this is gonna be delicious. It smells really beefy though, and the meat in it is definitely all tripa, which is tripes with stomach of the cow, yeah. All right, here we go, I'm trying the broth. It's a little gamey for my flavor, but it's very nice, very warming, very rich. Would it be something that I would eat every morning? Absolutely not.
Our chicharron friends also recommended that we come to this stall. And we got something that's typical for Valladolid for this region, which is called lomitas, which is puerco or pork with tomato, and then they have an egg. Since I don't eat meat, really, I'm not used to this flavor. Cochinita is one of the only ones I can really like, doesn't feel super meaty or greasy to me. This tastes like meat, so it's not my favorite. But I think if you love meat, you would love this. We're back from our fun adventure at the market, but unfortunately, I have a lot of work to do today. And the Wi-Fi here doesn't reach to our RV. So I'm gonna go to the communal Wi-Fi area. My workspace for the day. And that brings us to today's video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. You've heard us talk about Surfshark before. It's been absolutely essential for our trip through Mexico because Surfshark VPN helps keep us protected when we're on public or shared Wi-Fi networks like here in this trailer park. By encrypting the data through the proxy server, it helps keep our information safe from anyone else that's on the same Wi-Fi network. It also allows us to change our proxy server location, which means I can say that I'm in the United States and watch all of my favorite shows on Netflix or Hulu, or conduct business for websites that would be blocked because I'm in Mexico. If you're also looking for ad blockers or other services, Surfshark's got your back. And Surfshark VPN is the only VPN service that allows unlimited devices. So when I'm on my phone on the go, connected to a public Wi-Fi shopping around, I'm protected. So we asked our friends at Surfshark if we could get you guys a sweet deal, and they're giving you, I mean, it's really good, 83% off, plus 3 months free. So if you sign up with our link for Surfshark VPN in the description of the video below, you're gonna get yourself some savings, baby. But I do have to work now. Okay. Dinner time. Tonight we're going to be using all those yummy ingredients we got at the market today to make plantain tacos. If you saw our time in Mahahual, we ended up going to a really great vegan restaurant there that had plantain tacos. I'm kind of trying to like recreate my own here. So we're frying up some green plantain. I'm making a salsa with mango, tomato, cilantro, onion, jalapeno, a little bit of lime. And of course we have fresh tortillas from the tortilleria today.
Yeah,
should be
baby.
Delicious.
Pan frying skills that I learned from my grandma. And I'm frying these plantains like I don't know what. I'm frying these plantains so good. I grew up watching my grandmother pan fry okra this way, and every time I do something like this, that makes me think of grandma. So it's a nice little activity for me.
Love you, Nina.
R.I.P. Nina. Oh yeah. So what movie are we gonna watch?
I was thinking we do a little bit of Narcos.
Really? Narcos?
You don't want to do Narcos?
No, we can. We can do Narcos.
I want to see if they're as good as...
Mango was a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This morning we woke up early so that we could catch the bee tour that's at our trailer park and hotel. They actually work with Mayan bees, which is a special type of bee in this area. I'm really excited to learn about them.
In the Yucatan, there are over 46 different species of Melipona, and Xkopek is a sanctuary to 4 of the 46 species of these Mayan bees, which have built hives in and around their dry cenote. Unlike the well-known European honeybee, Meliponas are very small, solid black, and often mistaken for flies. Meliponas have called the Yucatan home for eons and played an integral role in Mayan civilizations, influencing the worship of gods directly related to these bees. Unlike the European honeybee, Meliponas are stingless, with each species having a unique hive construction and process of producing honey. Some hang their hives from the cave's ceiling, creating a stalactite-like shape, while others live in hollow logs or burrow underground. Because of their size, Meliponas produce a very small amount of honey, roughly 1, maybe 2 liters of honey per hive per year. Almost nothing compared to the 70 liters a typical European beehive produces. It's also extremely difficult to access Melipona honey. The beekeepers must use syringes to extract the honey from each sac, a process that must be performed with extreme care to not destroy the entire hive. At the end of our tour, we enjoyed a tasting, including crystallized honey made by European bees with pollen from local flowers of the Valladolid region, and medicinal tinctures which use the Melipona honey for soothing cataracts and curing respiratory infections. Y'all, the bee tour was absolutely amazing. If you're coming to Valladolid, this is a must do. And our guide actually told us that a lot of the deaths caused to these bees are from people slapping them when they land on them. And this is all across the Yucatan, not just on the tour. Like, of course, you're gonna see a concentrated amount of them here because they're harvesting the honey and they have hives all over, but be mindful about this everywhere in the Yucatan Peninsula because these are super rare bees and people are putting a lot of effort into protecting them and trying to rehabilitate the population.
Buenos dias! We're just enjoying our coffee outside this morning, overlooking the dry cenote. It's nice and breezy, but it's gonna be about 90 degrees today, so it's gonna be a perfect day for us to explore cenotes. Our first stop for our cenote tour today was coming to Cenote Samula. It was 80 pesos for one cenote, but there's actually 2 on site, so you can pay 125 to have access to both. And you have to rent chalecas or life jackets to actually access the water. They don't allow you in it without, which was another 20 pesos. They do have lockers here as well, but these cenotes are different from any cenote we visited in the past because they are underground. So I guess there's like a life cycle of cenotes, but all of them start underground in more of like a cave, and then eventually over time the limestone above wears away and it becomes an open cenote where it's partially exposed at least. So this is a super cool experience.
That was super rad. Kind of bummed that we weren't here a little earlier because the hole in the roof, if you get here midday, I guess anytime between like 11 and 3, there's a beam of light that comes shooting down, lights up the whole cave. So kind of bummed we didn't get to see that, but Liz was kind of asking me like, why are you only staying in one spot the whole time? I was looking up out of the hole in the roof of the cave and I noticed there was an owl like hanging out cleaning itself on one of the ledges. So I was just like mesmerized by that.
There are literally thousands. I think there's an estimated 5,000 cenotes in the Yucatan Peninsula, and Valladolid has a large concentration right around the surrounding area. So within a 15-minute drive, pretty much you can get to several different cenotes. So if you're on the hunt for cenote adventures, this is definitely a good area to stop off and try to explore a few of the different varieties.
You have to rent a life jacket at each cenote location. Super rad, but in a totally different way than the first one that we visited. The rock formations inside of this one were way more elaborate than the other one.
I didn't go into this cenotes because unfortunately at the last cenote I left our backpack unattended to take some pictures of Dennis, and then of course when I went swimming I kind of tucked it away, but someone ended up going into our wallet and taking some money. 1,000 pesos, which is about $50 US. It's a big bummer. They didn't take all of the money. They left like a 200 peso and 100 peso. I think maybe to like make me, when we looked at our wallet, not to be alarmed. But we definitely had 500 pesos or the 1,000 pesos in there before we entered. It's the first time in all of our 8 months in Mexico something like this happened. But that could happen absolutely anywhere, on the beach in Miami, on the beach in St. Pete.
It could have been way worse. My phone was in the backpack and all kinds of other things. So if they wanted to take the whole backpack, they could have done it. But at the same time, they didn't. We only lost 50 bucks. Stupid ass mistake. We'll never make it again. We'll rent a locker.
So we decided to venture into the city center of Valladolid to not just go to the famous Zaci cenote that is literally in the center of town, but also to kind of get a taste for what Valladolid is like. Not surprisingly, it's another beautiful colonial city filled with bright, colorful buildings, a lot of Spanish architecture, a beautiful plaza in the center that has all of these fun white benches to sit on. But I'm not gonna lie, the cold front that came through is long gone, and it is steamy and it is hot here. I totally get why there's so many cenotes, and that's like a thing to do because you have to find a way to beat this heat. Inside of the park, there's tons of different little vendor stalls selling ice creams, like slushies, snacks. It has a nice vibe to it, for sure. There's lots of people here just hanging out, trying to find shade in this heat. Oh my gosh, first impression, so amazing. The waterfall is such a great touch, and it's only 30 pesos to get into this. There's definitely a lot of people here, but it doesn't feel like it's overcrowded, and today is a super hot day, plus it's a weekend. So, not too bad. I'm ready to jump in. There's like a bunch of different levels you can jump off of. Are you gonna jump?
I'm not jumping. I'm not a jumper.
Muy chulo. Very, very fun. I think that might be the tallest one I've jumped so far. But the water feels so refreshing. Cannot get enough of the colors in these old Spanish colonial towns here in Mexico. They're beautiful. Every single building's painted a different color. It's just so fun. Cenote Zaci was awesome. Definitely recommend, especially if you only have a limited amount of time. We probably would just say ditch the other cenotes, the double ones we went to, and just come here. Or if you really want to find awesome cenotes, the best thing you can do is to veer off the beaten track. Go an hour outside of town. Ask a local or hire a local guide to take you to different cenotes that aren't easily available on Google. We would love to explore more of the hidden cenotes that are all around here. But I think right now, our best bet is to get some grub and to get some beer. There's actually craft beer here in Valladolid, so you know we never pass up craft beer. We ended up coming to Idilio, which is a restaurant that is really cute. They have a great outdoor dining area. Of course, they have craft beer to try, and their menu sounded delicious. But this entire street, I think it's called Calle de los Barrios, which I believe is the street of the Friars. It has like so many cute shops on it. It's tons of restaurants, tons of cute little boutiques. So if you're looking to shop or if you're looking for a little bit of fine dining or creative menus, I definitely think this is a street to give a try.
It's good. It's like a hoppy cream ale. Really good. Really good. The only thing that could have made it better is if we didn't have to vlog and it wasn't cold. We're gonna leave you here. We're gonna enjoy our meal, or what's left of it. We got more coming for you from Valladolid next week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're down there. Until then, see you next week.
We got back to the scooter. It won't start.
Today, we're bringing you to an extra special place.
Today is one of those days where I just want to like pinch myself. It's hard to even believe that this is our life. Dennis looked over my pillow and there's a scorpion. What? What do we do? I mean, no, it's not very comfortable. Okay, let's try this.
Guys are super knowledgeable. It's curated very well. The grounds here are absolutely beautiful. And why is this kid screaming?